Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio and welcome back to the reroute to Automation Domination. As you can see, we've done ourselves a little bit of a setup. We've kind of gone away from the initial setup that you would expect from a Factorio game, just so we can get into a bit more of the nitty gritty on the kind of side of building this Megabase. So all we set up is the power supply, and we started doing some mining here of coal, and we've got a coal layout here. We've also started to lay out our supply for our future smelting operations. As you can see, we've not quite finished this here yet because, well, quite frankly, we haven't had the resources to do such, but we are getting there now. Now the problem we do have is this patch of stuff here is quite close to each other, as you can see, so we're going to have some issues where we're going to start carrying things that are not necessarily what we want to be going on each of the paths. So we're going to have to figure out a way on like kind of filtering that out if we want to expand any more than what we are already doing. So let's crack on, and we are going to get ourselves sorted out with a smelting system for our iron, because obviously this is the main one we need at the moment, as we're going to need our belts. We're going to need automation for the belts as well. We are doing a little bit of research. I'm just kind of topping the research here and there. One thing to note is obviously if you do too much of the research, then you can end up out researching yourself for the biters. They do get stronger with research, so it's always worthwhile just taking it a little bit easy at the beginning until you've got yourself set up. There we go. So I'm just sorting out these splitters here. Now this is a great way, because if one of your lines is a bit weaker or runs out, then the rest of the lines will continue. And I do like to have 4 supply lines for each resources, because obviously, well, I have a lot of coal. I did not expect to have that much coal. So yeah, so there's a lot of resources that I want to have balanced out here for our supply, and I obviously want to bring them in. Now we've only got one line at the moment, but that's not an issue. We can sort that out in a second. Now I want to kind of think about the future here, so having something in my head as to what I want to happen, and obviously actually having it happen is going to be where I can only see it, and obviously you guys are going to have to wait until see it. But the idea I want to do at the moment is basically set up a iron smelting system here, and then we'll set up a copper smelting system here, and then we'll probably look at doing maybe up here a little bit a stone smelting system, and then from the iron we'll probably expand and do some steel, and we'll just get a main bus going. I will probably drop the main bus down here and into here, and we will build off. As a matter of fact, if I actually drop it right down, we can just build off here our supplies. Now what I want to do is I want to localize all the production of certain things. I'm bringing trains, get trains to bring all the systems, all the stuff in for each system. Like, you know, if I want to bring steel in to a certain factory, I'll bring it in via a train. It will then go through the automation system to produce whatever I'm building. So one part of the factory will be for munitions, weaponry, stuff like that. One part will be for, you know, green belts. Now one thing to note is this is a death world, almost. I've made some slight modifications so they're not as strong, but they are strong enough to take us out. So we've already provided ourselves with some turrets here. But these enemies are going to be strong and fast and big quite soon. So our main concentration is going to be constructing some sort of weaponry, and that's what I'm going to be aiming on first. So we're going to be building gun turrets. We're going to build in. I want to keep building radars as well. So yeah, we're going to be building gun turrets. We're going to be building walls. We're going to be building ammunition. Now I don't really use the shotgun, but I'm certainly going to be using submachine guns. So we definitely need more firearm magazines. So that's what we're going to concentrate on first. Before anything else, we have a small research system here that this will do absolutely fine for now until we're ready to actually do anything more. We need to provide it with some more. All that's doing is just providing us with red science. That's all we need at the moment. We don't need anything else. Once we start going into green science, we'll start looking at doing an actual proper system, and we will concentrate on getting it up and running sooner rather than later. Now we need some more electric mining drills. So that's where we're at. That's what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to start setting up now my smelting system. So, as I said to you earlier, I want to bring in 4 supplies of everything so it will balance out. And then all we will do is we will break off from each one of these. So the bottom 2 lines of coal. Obviously coal's not used as much as the iron is or the copper is. So the bottom 2 lines here will provide the iron. The top 2 lines will provide the copper when we come to it. And I want to start building it here. Now this is going to be a genuine, a typical supply that we normally use. If any of you are familiar with my builds, you will know this particular one quite well. Of course, it's also something that a lot of other people who play Factorio also use. And then obviously we want to bring in our supply here. So this is where our supply will come in, and it will split itself down. And now we need, oh, we haven't actually got many furnaces. That's a good point. Oh. Okay, so we need to have a think about, we need to actually think about doing a lot of things here. I'm actually jumping ahead of the boat here. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Drop them off. So, obviously, we're still relying on our little smelting operation here. Oh, I'm in the trees. Now, I'm not using blueprints, but that is the one we're going to be doing. So, here we go. So let's get it going. So I just want to double check and make sure I get the distance right. Okay, let's get this on my belt. Okay. Right, so we're going to need so a typical layout is what we're going for here. I'm not, as I say, I'm not overly worried about having it look perfect. So the idea is, if you haven't already seen this before, is you split the resources onto one belt, and then it will filter itself quite nicely. There we go. So that will provide us with one lot, and obviously we'll be provided with the second lot there. Now we're going to need some more stone, I think. I don't think we've got enough. Oh no, we've got enough here. So I want to put 10 on each side. I think that'll be a good number. Now a lot of people do use 8, but I'm going to go for 10. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good number, I think. I'm hoping it will anyway. I hope our supply should be good for that. And we still need more inserters. So let's. Oh, there we go. So now to build our inserters, let's just get more research going. Well, we'll get the green logic pack. No, we'll do weapon projectile damage. That'll do. And we obviously need some power supply. So let's get our power supply in. There we go. need to work out. We'll drop the other stuff down first so I can have a nice little pattern of power supply. I don't like the problem with the first stuff is just it's not quite as tidy as when you get the better power supply. So we want to get the better power supply sooner rather than later. There we go. But then that obviously requires steel, which we don't have at the moment, and we won't have for a little while, because even though steel is quite easy to do, I've already mentioned that I want to kind of concentrate on. Oh, we're out of belts as well. We're running out of everything here today. Obviously, once we get the supply going here, we'll be absolutely fine when it comes to. Oh, we got some more of these. There we go. Oh, you're going to need powering up here. That's not a problem. Chuck you there. We'll just do a temporary thing so it gets going. So yeah, so once we've got everything going, we'll have plenty of supply going and things will be a lot easier for us. At the present moment, we're kind of fighting a losing battle. There we go. Let's get that in there. Okay, so let's wait for that to just pop on. Okay. There we go. Supplying. There we go. So we oh no, one too far. Okay, let's get some lighting in here as well. We always want to make sure there's plenty of lighting in. Obviously, we've got no power supply just yet, but we will do in a moment. Now, what I want to try and do is bring the power supply into here. Oh, don't need that close. I'm just running along here now until it reaches. There we go. Now that will actually start working because we've supplied power to it now, which means we can actually remove this setup here, and I can add the other miners. There we go. I'll take the coal out of them as well. Sorry, the iron out of them. Okay, so that should help the belt a bit more now. It's still splitting, and there's not many miners just yet. Have we run out of? Yes, we have. What do we need? Oh, we need copper. We used all our copper in here. Okay. Power supply is up and running. Okay. There we go. No. That's not over there, is it? We'll just remove that there. There we go. So our smelting operation is up and running for the first one. Obviously, we want to create a bus system. And as mentioned, the bus, we'll make it go further down. There we go. We are out of belts again. So obviously, we really need to get these belts done automatically, sooner rather than later. So I'll probably start the main bus here by the looks of it. This should be a good setup. Just run along and collect more iron. So now our supply isn't brilliant, so we're going to run out of supply very soon, so we need to concentrate on getting some more. We'll probably put some more in now actually, because obviously if we start running low on the supply, it's just going to be a nightmare for us. Well, it takes quite a lot actually. Now I want to kind of, so obviously the only things coming from here is going to be the stone, so we'll have 2 lines for stone, 4 lines for our copper, and then 4 lines for our steel. Sorry, our iron plates. Just clear these out of the way, ready to go. Now obviously we don't need to worry about them coming down from here, but I do need to measure them up, and we'll just remove them there. Obviously the other ones will join us. Okay. I mean, just look at these belts. They're fantastic. They look brilliant. The new design is brilliant. Now, obviously I want to build some more smelting here. So I'm going to bring the bus down quite a distance, because I want to do some steel smelting at some stage, and I will probably bring it down to here. This will do quite nicely, and we will actually break it off here. Now our supply is going to come in. Have we got? We may not have enough room here, so we may have to drop this down a bit. So what we'll do is we'll put the splitters in. So we'll spread it out here. There we go. That's where our spread's going to be. So we will put that in now. This is just to balance off the belts, so that we don't have uneven amounts coming into the system. There we go. That solves that problem there. Now we only need one system coming in at the moment, so we're going to split off this where I've indicated, and we're going to need some power supply as well, but mainly I want to start concentrating on the gun turrets. And now what do we need for the gun turrets? So we're going to need copper for the gun turrets. So the first thing we can do is our firearm magazines. So have we built any automation? Not sure, so we'll build some now. Here we go. We'll just put that there. So obviously we're going to have that come in here, like so. We will put it, we'll put it above, like so. Will we do 2 and 2? There we go. So that brings us in to there. We'll then put a belt in here, like so. We need more of everything. But now we have a supply. So we'll just get that there. There we go. And we're going to need it to. So I'll put 2 in there. We don't have any chests, do we? 1, 2 chests. Okay, so that doesn't work for the power, that's fine. We'll just break that down a second. Well, we didn't need to take that, that's fine. we want to kind of keep it so it's set up quite nicely. So if we split, there we go. There we go. Don't need it that far. Do we need that one there? We'll put it there anyway. Move these up here. There we go. And we got our 2 chests now. And we'll just pop everything in. That should hopefully. There we go. And then we'll just pop one there for that. And what we'll do is we'll run the power supply along the main bus line. And we'll head it straight up for now. And we'll join from here. There we go. So that should now power our ammunition. Ammo. There we go. All I did there is if you shift right click and then shift left click to paste, it'll copy what they are. There we go. So hopefully that'll keep filling up. Now these may not be quick enough, so we may replace these with our fast inserters, which we haven't got yet, I don't think. No, we don't have yet. That's fine, they'll keep going. They shouldn't be too bad, they should give us enough supply. So our munitions is on its way. So now we need to concentrate on our supply to keep it up and running. Now as you can see, it's only using the bottom belt at the moment. That's absolutely fine. That's what we want. We don't want to feed too much off the other belts because they're obviously going to supply the later systems, the later smelting operations. But we are running low on iron still. And I'm just going to get rid of some of this coal. There we go. Again, pressing the control key, you can click into it and it will deposit. I only deposited half there, but that's not an issue. We'll pick up more copper. And we'll get ourselves some more miner drills put in here. Now what I'm doing is probably something most people don't do, which is leaving a double gap between the two. If you notice the little green box around, that actually covers more than enough, and I don't want to put too much pressure on these here. If you put them all together, you'll have a lot of miner drills on the one belt. Okay, yeah, that is good because it gives you more supply, but I don't want to push too much supply. I want it to be quite evenly spread, so I've kind of separated it all so it all works quite nicely together like that. We're going to probably put more there, aren't we? So if we just do that there, that there, that there. Oh, we are completely off the mark there. There we go. We'll just put one there just in case. So that should give us plenty of supply now for the first kind of. We should see it boost in any minute now. Okay. And we can probably put a couple more in actually. Let's let it build over. Coal supply is backed up nicely, so we don't need to worry about coal at the present moment. It's only powering the power and this one smelter, so we will now build a second smelter. Oh, more belts are required. Now, as you can see, it is eating away at our supply of iron already, and we've only got the munitions building, so We definitely need to look at getting this up and running a lot sooner. We'll have more coal in there. We'll top them all up fully. Just to get the coal out of our inventory, we've got quite a lot in there. That is really eating away our iron. It actually can't keep up the supply. Then again, oh, that's why. So obviously we had a bit of a lull when we were putting the new drills in, which has kind of led us to be quite low on supply. Okay, we'll chuck 2 more in there. Oh, we're the wrong way. There we go. There we go. So it's now reaching the bottom. So we want to... So we can make a copy of this. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. So, new blueprint. We can take a complete blueprint of this whole thing here. There we go. That's good. But that, I think you have to actually put it in here first. Then you can put it on the hotbar. But it's gone right. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. Okay, so we want nice close-up supply. So we'll pop them here. Oh, we do not. It's okay. We'll do 2 and 2. Does it look smart? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we've got our little smelting operation here. Now, obviously, I want to provide it on supply number 2. So we will pop you there. We will put you there. Oh, I don't know, that's the wrong way around. What we want is that there. There we go. Had a bit of a brain fart there. We'll bring our coal supply in again. Oh, with no more splitters. Just build the ones. Well, we're going to need a few splitters, aren't we? So. There we go. While that's building that, we can just pop in our... There we go. Well, our light's in, so it's ready to go when we do power it up. And we're going to need some more inserters. We'll get one side going first. There we go. That's absolutely fine. We'll put our power supply in here. So it's ready to go. Okay, there we go. And we're hooked up between there, but that's fine, because we can just chuck a power supply in there, like so. It's a bit messy because obviously we're using the starter kind of power supplies, but we'll be absolutely fine. We're going to need more belts, we need more of everything, because we're still trying to catch up on everything at the moment. Okay, let's get the splitters in. There we go, and we'll start to get our belts in. There we go. Oh, we're still running out. we need to connect our coal supply as well. There we go. So we're just going to need a lot more iron. I mean, the iron's not backing up at the moment because obviously we are using just one supply, so it's pretty much, well, it is using it all. It probably doesn't help that I'm stealing off it as well, but needs must. What we're getting there. So this is my idea of a basic smelting operation at the moment. This whole area here will become smelting once we've got through the supply. We'll start providing supply through from trains, and this will just be one massive smelting operation. Well, as we're still early on, we want to build a minor thing that will keep us going until we can expand. Because at the moment we really are going to struggle if we don't have some sort of setup, and we certainly need some way of producing defences. Now what I will do is I will probably split these into, as a matter of fact I will probably do that now actually, because we may as well do it as we mean to go on. So what I'm doing here is 1 and 2 will provide lane 1, 2, 3 and 4 will provide lane 2. Just so we've got that boost there. As you can see, it's a lot fuller, and it doesn't use as many belts as well. So obviously we're still struggling with inserters. Have we got inserters there? We don't have any inserters on any of them. There we go. So that will provide us with a much needed boost of supply. Let's hope our supply of ore will keep us going. Seems to be keeping up just about, but we may need to think about, well, we're getting gaps in here. Now that, obviously it is just started, so it may just be because it's backing up, but we will look to providing more drills. And we will start from there. What we'll actually do is we'll look at, because we want to get this done as well. Okay, our supply is completely out for now. Well, that's fine, we'll top it back up. There we go. Back in action. Once we build the electric drills, which we got one there, we'll get you topped up. There we go, excellent. So we've got no supply of power there for that one. That's fine, we'll do that there. Good thing about balancing your supply up like we're doing here is that if you've got something like this where it's only giving one lot, it will kind of balance itself out within this system, so you've not to worry too much off the bat. We do need some sort of lighting around here. It's pretty dark, so I will do that now. Let's get some lights in here. We'll just pop them next to the power supply. Don't need too much. There we go. We can actually see what we're doing now. Let's check our pollution levels. No, we can't see beyond this point here or this point here. So what I'll do is I'll actually put another radar down. Hopefully we'll start seeing a bit more. Where's our little radar supply? Radar supply there. There we go. How's our power supply looking? Okay, well, no one here producing too much, that's fine. We'll get our fast inserters because we need them down at the bottom. So we are still struggling here. Oh, we haven't connected these up yet, so we need some more belts again. There we go. So that will obviously continue there. Excellent. We haven't done that yet, so that's fine. I'm concerned that that second line isn't produced as much as it should. Oh, that would be why, I think. It's only getting one lot of supply and it's actually not even using that supply there. That's fine. We're still good. And we've still got a lot that we can tap into. It may back up. We'll have to keep an eye on that. What is that? Where did that go to? That goes to the... Will that help us any? That seems to help us a bit more. But that's now taken from the bottom section. We'll leave it for now. It should be fine. It's backing up, so it will hopefully... It's actually only using one line. So we need to start looking at copper now. So I will just go down and gather our munitions. Oh, that was a lot. That was a hell of a lot. That's good. So we can top up our supply now. And I think that'll be it for this episode, as we've got our starter smelting operation going, we've got our munitions going, we need to now start looking at getting the turrets going. As I said to you, the main thing I want to concentrate on right now is getting our, there we go, make sure that's topped up. It's not, they're not full, but they're fine. Obviously that's the only base I can see at the moment, so... Let's get some power in there, because we've got not enough stone. There we go. Okay, so. Is that back? That's fine. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for tuning in on the first of the Megabase series for the reroute to Automation Domination. Hopefully we will get things going a lot quicker through the next episodes. We'll just spend a minute just clearing some of these trees ready for producing our copper smelting, and we will hopefully start to see a bit more in our combat. I certainly want to start pushing forward and getting some of these bases wiped out and getting ourselves a little bit of a safer area to work from. And we also need to see where we're actually going to start facing the enemy. Oh, there is a lot of bases over that area there. We're not looking down here at the moment, so we need to start getting some little setups going where we've got some power supply meeting some radars and some turret defenses. So thank you very much for tuning in, and make sure you hit that bell notification if you do want to be notified of when I'm putting up some more. Throw out a share if you're enjoying this episode, so you can share it with your friends and see if they like it as well. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button to join me for more videos in the future. Until next time, everybody, take care for now. Bye bye.